All right, so welcome back. We're have an exhibition series set up for the Atlantic Canadian Exposure um, group, and so our games we have next are the Tunnel Vision Elite 6 and Tunnel Vision Elite Next Gen 6. First game was action-packed. It was a really close game. Congratulations to the players of the games. For Tunnel Vision Elite 8, Isaiah Mosier was player of the game, and for Tunnel Vision Elite 9, it was Pete Ford. So these two teams are set to face off, and looking forward to seeing what happens.
Yeah, man, it should be an exciting game, and we'll get things kicked off soon.
So Tunnel Vision Elite 6 is the team in white, and the Next Gen team is the team in black. All right, so we have referee, coach, teacher, principal, educator, activist. Mr. Fell's going to throw the ball up. It's taken a minute for us to get started, but
We got Michael Barker and Mackay
Vernie Dixon.
Vernie Dixon taking a jump.
Oh, so good play by Deshaun Simmons to start. He knew he was not gonna be able to save that ball from out of bounds and hit it off Josiah Johnson. So Tunnel Vision Elite. Ooh, we got Trinai Shepard with some great D. Josiah Parson gets the ball over to Beckett McNeil, who's looking inside. He's able to find Deshaun Simmons, and
Gets fouled.
so good start. Good defense to start, a good offense. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So Deshaun Simmons is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
And he misses the first.
And Michael Barker comes up with a big board. And tied up, so the ball's going to go back to Next Gen. Trinai Shepard, who's bringing the ball up the court. Sees Michael Barker inside as a very big presence. Josiah Johnson, that's a nice shot. Just didn't find the bottom of the mesh. So it's great to see this patient on offense, too, from this younger team. We saw it in the action in the earlier game. Deshaun is defended there by Lornell Sparks, who's keeping his hands active, but the ball does stay with Tunnel Vision Elite.
Barker with a nice move.
And offensive board by Deshaun Simmons. So they'll be the first on the scoreboard. Josiah Johnson has the ball in his hands now, patiently looking for the offense to happen, and decides to take his call zone number. Good take, good drive.
Simmons with the rebound. Coast to coast.
And Michael Barker.
Almost.
I think they're going to have to probably put a body on him and box him out. He hasn't made a couple of those offensive boards, but I don't suspect that's going to.
Yeah.
And Trinai Shepard has the 2 points for Next Gen 6, so he tie
They're
game
gonna have
right
to
now.
put a body on Barker.
So So we see Mackay Verney Dixon has
Oh, good pass.
good help defense causing that turnover.
Yep.
It was a great pass, and Mackay Verney Dixon, though, made sure he found that help lane and caused the turnover. So we have Gucci Beals with the ball in his hands, looking to attack the rim.
Simmons with the steal.
Good head pass up to McNeil.
McNeil with the finish.
Good finish.
Oh, love to see it. This is great effort.
Nice job on the floor.
Great effort both ways.
So Beckett McNeil's going to start the offense off the inbounds play. We're going to see what they do here. If they're going to take advantage of the big man, but we got Deshaun with the long three, Vincent Boudreau, and good board by Mackay Verney Dixon.
Boudreau with the steal.
Good hands.
Back to Barker. Barker with the finish.
Yeah, so Michael Barker is one of the veterans, the returning players. He played with the grade 6 team last year, so he was one of the younger players on the Tunnel Vision Elite squad. They got a chance to go to Florida, competed really well in the AAU World Championship. So he comes with that experience. How important do you think those experiences are for younger players?
Oh, man, experiences make you better. It all depends on what you take from learning when you're away.
And he had an opportunity to play with a couple of the players we'll see in the next game. Oh, nice take. Yeah.
It's a beautiful take.
Yeah.
By Parsons.
So Trinai Shepard pulls the three, and Michael Barker gets a board, just happens to be out of bounds. So next gen's going to keep possession of the ball. What would you expect a coach right now to want to see from this team? Tunnel Vision Elite's going on a bit of a run here. What do you think the next gen team needs to do to make sure this doesn't get out of hand?
I think they should try their hardest to not get down on themselves, and it's understand that it's early within the game, and basketball is a game of runs.
I think that
they shouldn't be affected by one play or one mistake. They need to keep their heads up and keep playing.
So we see Lornell Sparks coming back on to break down that breakaway with some nice D, and Trinai Shepard is going to be fouled by Michael Barker.
Good aggressive take there.
Good take. I love to see how the players are going over to help them up at this early age.
Sportsmanship.
So Trinai is going to go to the line for 2 shots. And seeing this in might help break that momentum that Tunnel Vision Elite has right now. Misses the first end of the 2-on-2 with 2 free throws.
It's just off there on the second.
So ball is going to go into Tunnel Vision Elite 6 possession, and we see Will enter the game, number 3.
Will Furlong.
Another person who's very familiar to the Tunnel Vision gym, and we have Gabe.
And that is the quarter.
So our score right now is
8-2.
so it's early in the game. You can see the legs coming under, getting the flow, rhythm in. So I'm expecting that the second quarter we'll probably see some more
I'm,
execution offensively,
yeah.
finding their shots.
I mean, I feel like it's all about these guys. We got to remember at the end of the day, these are young players, and yeah, it's natural to have some pregame jitters, or when you get on the court, some jitters. So just a matter of getting through it.
Right. And I think this is the important thing about these experiences right now is they're working through these things. They get a chance to be basically brotherhood, pushing each other to get better. So it's a great opportunity
Right.
to just improve
Right.
and looking forward to seeing what this group looks like as they keep growing. So ball's coming back into play for the start of the second quarter.
Lornell on the way with the inbound. Just gets it to Shepard. Shepard with a nice pass.
Good look inside. Even though the play didn't complete, it's a good look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. McDonald bringing up the ball.
So we're seeing some new faces in the game for Tunnel Vision Elite. We have Cooper, McDonald, number 8. We have Johan.
Oh, good kick. That is good basketball right there.
And got Will with the board.
Furlong being active. Look at him.
Yeah.
Coming in and making an impact.
So Trenai Shepard takes it to the hoop and got Lornell Sparks got hit on the rebound, but I think he's going to be okay. I'm not surprised he's okay. We could see for the first couple of plays, he's on the floor. He's got his hands busy, so he's definitely one of those players that works on D.
Oh, man, players like that are always needed. You always need players to be dogs.
And we see Troy Haggett has entered the game for Next Gen. And Simon Jackson. Gabe's inside, another big factor for Tunnel Vision Elite 6. And G's going to have to figure out what they do to neutralize that disadvantage in size.
Yeah, it's a big guy.
Trenai Shepard's threes, long.
Gabe with the rebound. Cooper bringing it up.
Good D, though. Sometimes you'll see nice take by
nice
Johan.
Take by Johan.
So Johan's going to end up at the line.
Foul is on Rakayan.
Johan's good on the first one. And good board by Simon Jackson there. Gets the ball over to Trenai Shepard. Trenai's guarded aggressively by Will. Furlong passes it off to Sparks. Got Troy Haggett with a...
You love to see the activeness of the players. Love to see players being active on the court, impacting the game in different ways.
Cooper McDonald is defended by Josiah Johnson. Got Rakayan on Johan. Good kick. Good
This is
next
good
pass.
basketball, getting them moving.
Nice finish by
Boudreaux with
Boudreaux.
the finish. Good take.
Like you said, good basketball too. That patience, the swing, making the next pass, moving that D. And oh, Josiah Johnson's going to get fouled by Gabe, and he's going to go to the line. And Gucci Beals is going to come back in the game for Troy Haggett. Good shot, Josiah.
Johnson sinks one.
Long on the first one, but it does put another point on the board for next gen, and let's see if that motivates them offensively.
One is better than none.
That's a
Johan
nice
with the good finish.
Yeah, that's a nice take to the hoop. Gucci Beal's going to look to create, find his way. Last time they played against each
being
other.
a dog on the defensive end.
Good finish by Gabe. We're going to push the ball up the floor off the turnover, and Tunnel Vision Elite finishes another two. We got a timeout, and I think this is a good opportunity for both
Next gen,
teams
yeah.
to just reset, for next gen to figure out what they're going to do in terms of stopping some of the scoring. They're definitely at a size disadvantage.
Absolutely.
Which is, that's part of the game. I'm sure
Yeah.
you've been in situations where maybe your teams have been undersized,
100%.
and you have to make those adjustments.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it causes for you to be more gritty, get down to the nitty gritty, and not be afraid to hit those bigger bodies.
Right. Yeah, sometimes the bigger bodies don't like that contact either, right? So
Exactly.
yeah. And in terms in this situation, you have a team that's up, and it's easy to play with that. What kind of things do you suggestions do you have for players when the game isn't in their favor? How do they just stay motivated? What's some of the things you would recommend?
Staying positive throughout the game. I know that I'm saying it, but I know within the game it's definitely tough to do when you're down. But I feel like it's just a matter. That's something that helps you keep your composure. Never getting down on yourself. Finding different ways to affect the game. Scoring is not everything. Scoring is only one aspect. So rather if it's you can affect the game with your talking on the court, your defense. Just finding different ways to get yourself going.
Yeah, and this next gen team definitely has some nice athletic players that are able to cause problems defense, and sometimes that can shift the momentum, open up opportunities for some fast breaks.
Right.
One of the things I think about, I don't know what, obviously it's been a long time for me in my career, but when we get down, you think about getting everything back right away, and it's like winning as many possessions as you can, offensively and defensively, trying to win every
100%.
possession.
Yes.
So let's see what happens after this timeout. We got Mackay, Bernie Dixon has come back in. Man D here.
Bernie Dixon.
Nice little handoff play. Good. Nice ball
Good
movement
action
here.
we got there. Beals with a good shot.
Nope, great. And we see even good
go.
problem here, just like you talked about. Gritty on the D.
Simmons with the nice outlet pass.
Finds Parsons for
with
the
the
two.
finish.
So that possession offensively for next gen is a good possession. Ball movement, good shot selection. Just I think they got to do that more often and get the finishes. So Michael
Marco with
Barker's
the
going to
steal.
comes away with that, comes back to that right hand, and Josiah Johnson with the block, trying to block it, but ends up with the foul. Michael Barker's going to go to the line, and he hits the first one. Long off that one, but
Long
Johan
rebound.
and
Beckett for 3. Knockdown. Good shot.
so anticipation on the D, and we're looking at this break. So
The TV leader just playing good basketball. Everyone seems to be getting getting touches. They're getting good shots. Making the game
nice
easy
shot
for
by
each other.
Chennai Shepherd there with the 3. See a little bit of a confidence spark there. Now let's see what they do on defense.
It was a definitely needed a shot. Let's see how they can. Let's see if they can get anything else cracking off. Oh, there we go.
Oh, good try by Josiah Johnson. But I agree with you. You can see the movement, like you said. Everybody's getting touches, which makes it really hard to defend. You can't. You got to respect everybody, knowing that they're potentially a threat. So
that's the beauty of the game.
And I know sometimes players think it's when they have the ball in the hand that they're the most threatening. But often when we look at some of those players, look at like a Steph Curry. Without the ball in his hand, he's probably one of the most threatening players that I've seen.
Oh my goodness, he makes the game so easy for everybody because of his ability.
And some of those are those little things you learn over time, that how to be, what you do off the ball, how to still be active and a part of the play, not standing and watching. So Michael Barker's at the line again. He missed the first one. See what he does with the second. But Deshaun Simmons is going to pick up the board. Good D. So that's going to take us to halftime. So we'll come back for the second half of action.
And we're back. Beals with the inbound. Shepard brings it up for next gen. Nice crossover to the floater, no good.
I see Nell Sparks with the steal. Good ball movement.
Vernon for three.
And he's going to hit the three. So Josiah Parsons with a nice little hesitation move is going to come back to try to match that three, but it's an in and out. So next gen grabbed that offensive board and they're coming back down. Deshaun Smith with a block there.
Simmons with the layup.
Yeah, he's going to finish on that. Teammate talk is really important in situations. I know we talk about talking on defense, but how important is it on offense as well?
Communication is key to the game of basketball anywhere and everywhere on the floor. If you're not talking, then I doubt you'll be very successful.
So Mackay tries that second shot. Good rebound there from Josiah Johnson, who kicks it out for three for Trinai Shepard.
Shepard with the three.
And that's a nice unselfish play by Josiah Johnson, actually, to instead of going right back up, kicking the ball out.
Simmons back at him for three.
Ooh, nice take. Okay. We see some good defense, but we also see somebody not afraid of the big person there. So Mackay
using his body. Could have been a charge. Might have got away with one, but you love to see them compete.
Right. Johan Bambiel with the ball up at the top. In and out dribble with McNeil, looking to get away from Josiah Johnson's defense. And like you talked about earlier, you see a lot of touches here, a lot of different hands on the ball, so the defense has to make a lot of different adjustments. Handoff play. These seem to be run by a lot of teams. I don't know if you're noticing it a lot at your level with the handoff action.
Yeah.
So there's some,
Johnson with the activity.
and that's some of that grind, that grit you said that you need to have when you're down. Oh, nice
Oh
look
no,
off.
3. Good shot.
So this is a good start for the next gen team for the beginning of the second half.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Okay, so we're gonna have a foul call here.
Parsons with the strong take.
And Beckett scores off the inbounds play.
By Johan. Good pass by Johan.
Good ball movement. You see Gucci Beals with the take.
Beals with the
Kick out.
take.
Nice swinging it. And board by Beckett with a good
nice
push.
Outlet pass. And Parsons with the
It's
finish.
a good finish by Parsons. Great pass by Beckett up the floor. Those can sometimes be a little bit harder to make, but it was found Parsons in the perfect spot. And Trinai Shepard is going to try to create something here with Deshaun Simmons. And we got a foul.
Ooh.
So we see some substitutions come in, and we're going to see if what the adjustments are.
For both teams.
So Tunnel Vision Elite 6 has Cooper McDonald, Josiah Parsons, Vincent Boudreau, Gabe Marslin Reyes, and Will Furlong in. And for next gen team, we have Rakian Smith. We have Trinai Shepard staying in, Troy Haggett, Simon Jackson, and Lornell Sparks. Play action here leaves Will Furlong with the shot at the top. And Simon Jackson comes out with it. Maybe a little more patience on that. As he gets older, he'll start to understand that nuance.
Parsons with a nice step, with a nice Euro step.
So Parsons is active, finds that board.
Parsons
and
with the finish.
So I think that play is created by Sparks, has been pretty active on both ends of the floor. So, he comes up with the ball down here, and their defensive end finds Shepard and allows him to end up with an and one situation.
Shepard with a nice finish. I believe I made a mistake and might have said Parsons. My apologies there.
And gets the three-point play old-fashioned way. So Parsons is going to come with the ball. He's directing this offense, finds his big man inside. Jackson does play him straight up. And next gen's going to come back with the ball. Just see that split decision. Wasn't there to have the pass. And
yeah, I believe the player has to be shot ready. He needs to catch the ball and be ready to make a play. I don't think when he caught the ball, he was ready.
And I know when you're on the bench, you're really great at giving advice to players in live action. That's something I can say my child has had the privilege of, and having that coaching that's right there, giving them that encouragement and confidence, but also the teaching pieces of it. That's a great take by Trinai Shepard. Aggressive attack to the rim, but TVE's coming straight back at it.
Furlong with the aggressive finish. Take, sorry.
And he's going to end up at the line for free throws. So sometimes teams get a little bit despondent in that situation. You could see Trinai had a great take, but TVE 6 was just let's keep going. So you got to be ready as soon as you change possession, offense, defense. You got to be ready to be.
The game goes on. game goes on, I believe I'm a player that I like to watch the players before me. I believe you watch like some of the olden days, maybe in the 80s. We got
Okay.
Magic
I
Johnson.
won't take any shade from that. That's a great era. I don't know if I'm going to call it olden days yet, though, but
I mean, to me, olden
I
days.
got you. I got you. Oh, nice take by
Sparks.
Larnell Sparks. Staying busy.
Yep.
And it's a 17-point lead. Trinai Shepard comes in defense here and creates a turnover, and he's finishing at the rim. But go back to what you're saying in the olden days.
I believe what I was saying was if you were to watch some of the games, or some of Magic Johnson's games, you would see that they don't take too much time to get up and down the court. The shot goes up, and once the shot goes through the hoop or a rebound is taken, Magic Johnson's there, and the ball is up the court. So just playing fast pace.
Yeah, and that's one of those.
With a next play mentality.
Exactly, and you catch your defensive transition sleepy. So you score off that. You take advantage of every opportunity. I think that's what we're talking to in terms of possession by possession play. So you got.
Exactly.
And I mean, in the olden days, maybe it's because there wasn't as many creative, innovative moves like that we have now, where players can do things. So that fundamental part of the game.
Oh man, they definitely paved the way for the generations after them.
Yes, we did. All right, so we're really excited to be here tonight for our second game of this Atlantic Canadian Exposure Exhibition Series. I get a chance to spend some time with Caleb Johnson, Nova Scotia grown, North Preston proud, currently Division I athlete, and getting a chance to watch these future players and, having the opportunity to work with them at this age. What has that meant to you and your game?
I mean, it just gives me another why, I would say, to want to continue with my journey and take things as far as I can, because I know I have a whole pack of a younger generation watching. So yeah, it's definitely motivates me to be a better version of myself, but not only for myself, for those behind me.
And I'm not sure how many people will know this too. Your brother also, an incredible career as, at the collegiate level, making it to March Madness. Very rare accomplishment from somebody, from Nova Scotia, has gone on to play professional. Coming back, same thing, has been a big part of your career. You can talk a bit towards that, but both of you are very hands-on. Sometimes we see athletes who create programs, and there's other people who are doing the work. Talk about how important it is for these young athletes to have Vincent Boudreau with a nice take in there, not finishing, but Trinai Shepard coming up with the ball. Talk a little bit about how valuable that is. Troy Haggett with the nice finish there. How valuable is it for players at this age to have that type of coaching and tutelage and hands-on?
I believe that is very important to actually have players, people that actually have took their the steps that they're in now, that were I was once in their shoes. So I've been where they are and came up around the same age they were. I was just blessed to be the youngest of four and have my brothers basically guide me through things. So it's definitely a blessing for me, and it's definitely a blessing to be able to share my experience and give back to these guys.
So we're seeing TVE 6 come back. They, are handling the push from next generation, staying patient. And I just want to echo, you see
Beckett
steal
with the
right there by
steal.
Beckett. Yeah. Doesn't finish
Couldn't
on that
finish.
rim, but that's a, and we got Trinai Shepard down. Hopefully, looks like
Hopefully he gets up here.
good thing is it looks like he's moving, so might have just landed on his knee. I think he's walking to the bench trying to persuade coach not to take him off. Unfortunately, he doesn't have an option there as he had to come onto the floor, but that's a, I just, yeah, so like the things that you guys are, the both of you like are working, given that opportunity and time, and just the experience that you're able to share has, really you can see it in these young future players' games, that opportunity. And I think it's, a great thing for you, and coaching is definitely a labor of love. So I think it's great in your summer to be able to come back and share your passion with these players. Johan Babil has a nice take there. He's going to go to the line, but good control of the ball there because he was being challenged all the way and was able to find his way out of it.
He used the spin move, got his player off balance, and went up. Got fouled. He's at the line, gonna see if he makes two here. Off on the first. And he makes a second.
So we have a 44-26 game, and we're going to get a substitution now. Troy Haggett had some really good minutes, and so Josiah Johnson's going to come in and fill in for his position. Kai Dixon's trying to push the ball into Rakai Smith, and Michael with a nice steal. And here we see Sparks again. Deshaun Simmons
with the shot. Very good.
Dixon with the board. And on the floor, good hustle. Good hustle on both sides.
Fighting over here. Ready for three.
I also like this opportunity too. Like, players get a chance to try these things, the shots, the moves, the things that they've been working on in this environment and atmosphere, and still in a competitive setting. So we got
Always
Simon.
good to get out and compete. Walker with the fine.
And Vincent Boudreau's going to get fouled as he finds his own rebound and end up at the line. Vincent is good on the first.
Good on the second.
Mornell's going to avoid that double team. Oh, nice shot fake there. And we got substitution, so we're going to see Shepard come back in and Beals for Jackson and Smith.
7 for 3. Vincent
Good.
with the rebound and a good outlet to Beckett. No good.
Just got caught a little bit too much under. And that might be a point where you kind of feel where you're at later on, catch and then bring it back out. But he's going to come back with the ball, and Beckett finishes on this one.
Johan with the steal. Looks like Boudreaux's hobbling.
Oh, okay, so we're back into action. Johnson is blocked by Barker. And Furlong, but he's going to come back up and play D. I appreciate he got blocked, no head down, just went back and played D. I think that's some of the things we talked about in terms of like that transition from offense to defense.
Yes, yes. Next play mentality.
So we have Mbila, nice kick out to Barker with a
Barker with a nice three.
This is a part of this game going back to the difference between the 80s and contemporary is you see your big men can stretch the court. You know, they're able to play inside and out. And it's, you know, Barker's developing that part of his game where, you know, he's not just sitting in the post and the key.
The beauty of this age group, of this young age is it's always positionless basketball. He may be the biggest on the court, but I don't consider him being a center.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's, you know, one of the differences between the olden day 80s and now is there really is
Exactly.
Yeah. So we see some anticipation on defense here. We got to see how NG adjusts to this and making sure that they minimize, again, their errors on offense, execute on offense.
Simmons with the last steal.
Deshaun Simmons is coming up with some great D here. He's caused the last three.
Causing some havoc out there.
Yeah, caused the last 3 turnovers. So Verney comes with the three. And we're going to take a timeout from TVE side. I think this might be for subs to get into the game.
We got a 58-29 score.
So we're coming back into action. We have Josiah Parsons taking the ball up the court to start the offense on the Tunnel Vision Elite side. Nice kick out. And Cooper McDonald hits that three. Talk about that play action. Grade 6.
I mean, yeah, definitely good execution there. Great call by my brother, Chris Johnson.
Good D, good offense, patience, great find from Michael to Gabe Reyes. Nice find. And it looks like we might see a bit of zone here. Nope, maybe we're going to stay in a man. This is a good thing, too, about this age, is they are going to be seeing different defenses as well. So, you know, they can see, we saw some, good. Game's not over.
Nope.
We can see, you know, they're going to see some trap-in defenses, some zone defense, man-to-man. So that also keeps you on your game offensively. You have to be versatile with what you can do.
100%.
And being able to read those defenses.
Having an IQ is very important.
Yeah, it really is. What are some of the things people can do? Young players, again, you get a chance to have some ears, listen in. What can you do to develop that IQ piece of it?
Uh, Watching the game, um, watching the people that are older than you. Uh, I know for me, I had the opportunity to watch. I watched a lot of basketball growing up with my brothers. Um, so yeah, man, I had my brothers coaching me. And I also got the opportunity to work out with them at a young age, train with them at a young age. Got to watch them play. So
Great shot there by Trinai Shepard, who hits the three. And when you're saying like watching the game, because again, things are a little different where things are very short snippets. I don't, kids, younger people seem to be watching more highlights and things. Like, is it watching whole games? Is it being in person? Like,
I would say it's a matter of both. Cause I mean, in my era, we had a lot of other players. Like I used to watch older players, players that are older than me. So yeah, I think it's good to be online sometimes and watch different things of what people are doing and steal different aspects. Maybe it might be a nice workout that person's doing, and it seems to be working out for them. Not being afraid to try it out. Just learning different things.
so third quarter, it just finished, and we have a 66-32 game this evening. It's a bit of a media night. We got exhibition series, we got fans, we got players in the gym. Can't get much better than a Friday night.
No, not at all. Get to see some players compete, leaving it all on the floor.
Oh, sorry, that's fourth quarter. 66-32. That went super fast.
Wow.
We were ready to give an extra quarter. All right, so we're going to take a bit of a break here before we get ready for our last and final game for tonight, which we will see the Tunnel Vision Elite 7 team take on the Tunnel Vision Elite Next Gen 8 team. So we're looking forward to another game. Good action. We'll be back.
Yeah.